Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's MarkWithGeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday Morning Mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? I've got an old reliable standby, and I think I gave it away with that little bit of a clue. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip. Yeah, that is terrific. Once again, we're enjoying from Costco the Kirkland Summit Roast coffee right there. Boy, is that terrific. Organic medium roast coffee in these Keurig cups. They give you a lot at a really nice price point. So if you belong to Costco, check out their Keurig cupped coffees. And the Summit Roast is a good one, absolutely. And this morning, we're using our official Buc-ee's mug. Yeah, we received this from viewer Barry Bedford. Barry, thank you very, very much. And the reason why we're using this mug is because we want to remind you of Barry's blizzard battles that are starting this week on his YouTube channel, A Texan Shaves, and also the great Texas Wet Shave Meetup that's happening this Saturday. So we're going to remind you of that as well on the show. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get another sip here. Oh, that's terrific. And as we like to say in the show, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug. Let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Absolutely. Hey, if you're taking me along in your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. Really do appreciate that. If you're listening to the audio podcast this morning, thanks very much for tuning in via all those great audio streams out there like iHeart Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, that sort of thing. Wow, great to be with you this morning. And we have got to let you know that John Shaves 101 is keeping the Monday Morning Mailbag tradition going across the pond. Here's what he has to write here. Check this out, folks. We received an email from him after the Memorial Day show, which was last Monday. And the subject heading is the historic town of Bakewell. And John writes, "Hello, Mark, and happy Memorial Day. As you have probably guessed, it's a bank holiday here, too. I'm enjoying my new Monday morning mailbag tradition, although today my wife is home giving me the side eye as I snap a picture of today's treat. After recently driving through the historic town of Blackwell, famous for its Bakewell tart pudding, I stopped and got a Bakewell loaf. It's a light sponge topped with cherry jam and sliced toasted almonds. The tipple this morning is M&S shortbread tea, a very nice tea with a subtle hint of Scottish shortbread. Have a wonderful weekend, Mark, and cheers." Wow, that's great, John. Thanks very much for keeping the tradition alive. Really do appreciate it. And that looks absolutely delicious. And thank you for sharing this culinary history of English desserts with all the viewers out there. I did a little research and I learned a little bit of the history of the Bakewell tart / Bakewell pudding. As they write here, the Bakewell tart pudding, one of the most beloved traditional desserts in England, and one with a wonderfully messy origin story. It originates in the Derbyshire town of Bakewell in England's Peak District. The earliest version wasn't a tart at all, but a Bakewell pudding created in the early to mid-1800s. The famous origin tale says a cook at the Rutland Arms Inn accidentally spread jam on the bottom of a pastry and poured an egg-almond mixture over the top instead of mixing it in. The mistake baked into something delicious, and the Bakewell pudding was born. How about that, huh? Now, a Bakewell loaf, what John is enjoying this morning, a Bakewell loaf is a modern bakery variation, essentially a Bakewell tart reimagined as a pound cake style loaf. Light sponge cake, layer of cherry jam, topped with toasted sliced almonds. It keeps the classic Bakewell flavors, almond and cherry jam, but in a soft, sliceable form. Very British, very cozy, and perfect for a holiday morning. How about that? And John, thanks so much for sharing your holiday morning here on the Monday Morning Mailbag with all the viewers out there. Thank you very, very much. Now, I'm going to have a tipple of my coffee right here. Hang on 1 minute. Let me have a sip. 1 minute. And I use the very, very British or English term tipple as John did. And here's what tipple means. I thought this was fascinating. When he wrote, the tipple this morning is M&S shortbread tea. In British English, a tipple is simply someone's preferred drink, usually alcoholic, but the word is often used playfully for any beverage someone is enjoying as their little indulgence. Here, John is being humorous. His tipple is Marks and Spencer shortbread tea, a flavored black tea with a buttery biscuit-like aroma. It's not alcoholic. He's having a little bit of fun there, from what I gather. So, John, thanks very, very much for keeping that Monday morning mailbag tradition going across the pond. I am very, very flattered and honored. Thank you so much for the photos, and thank you for sharing that wonderful, wonderful English dessert with everyone this morning. That is absolutely terrific. Once again, that is the Bakewell loaf or the Bakewell tart or Bakewell pudding. They're all kind of, they're intermingled there, I guess, and he's enjoying the Bakewell loaf. Very, very historic piece of English pastry, culinary history. That's really, really terrific. John, thanks again very, very much. Let me get another sip here, and we'll get to the show notes here and find out what we have on today's show. Now that we've enjoyed some dessert and a little bit of coffee, a tipple of coffee. Hang on a minute. That is terrific. So let me get over to my notes here. Let's get to the topics, and we'll see what we're enjoying on today's show. Oh, we got a great viewer shaving tip from viewer David Trinks. David, thank you very, very much. We've got a shaved end visit of note from Jim from Northfield. Jim, thank you very, very much for sending this in. Really, really do appreciate it. We got the usual round of reminders. We're going to give you some giveaway updates. We're going to have some great refill comments, some new wet shaving gear to discuss, and a lot of great questions and comments this week. So my thanks to everyone who sent in some terrific, terrific questions and comments. Really, really do appreciate that. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. What's your tipple this morning? Coffee, tea? Well, whatever it is, I hope you're enjoying a mug of it. And thanks so much for tuning in to today's Monday Morning Mailbag. Really, really do appreciate it. Hey, let's get the show kicked off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer David Trinks. And David writes, hello, Mark. Love your content and all the knowledge you share weekly. Well, all that knowledge is due to all the great viewers we have out there sharing all of their knowledge, tips, tricks, and inside baseball regarding the traditional wet shave. I say it every week, and I mean it sincerely. Without you, the viewer, this microphone would be silent. So I am indebted to everyone out there for being so generous with your experiences and your knowledge of the traditional wet shave. So, David, I will pass along your thanks to all the viewers out there. David continues here. Here's a solution to a problem that I encountered while working on an unrelated project. I purchased an Andalus Tools organizer box for small parts storage. That's spelled Andalus, and I believe it's pronounced Andalus. That's my guess. I purchased an Andalus Tools organizer box for small parts storage. It's an 18-compartment portable hardware organizer with removable plastic dividers for screws, nuts, bolts, nails. I purchased this on Amazon. With the dividers installed, it looked like the compartments were the exact size, 2 inches by 2 inches, for storing those pesky loose blade pucks. Pucks. I think he means tucks or packs. Well, pucks, tucks, packs. I'm going to go with tucks. Okay, David, I think you got a P there instead of a T. I'm going to go with tucks. Storing those pesky loose blade tucks. I dug a few tucks out of my overflowing drawer, and voila, they fit like a glove. Now I no longer have to dig around looking for the blade I need, and it also keeps them organized and dry if they happen to be near the sink. I don't know if anyone else has already tried this solution, but it works for me. Keep up the boom lather. Respectfully, David Trinks, and he's out of North Brookfield, Massachusetts, and he's the CEO of Trinks Consulting Group, LLC. So if you need his services, contact him. Hey, David, thanks very, very much for a terrific, terrific shaving tip. This is something that I need in my shave den because I've got my loose tucks and packs and pucks scattered in bowls and other little not compartmentalized little trays and that sort of thing. So this looks like a really, really terrific, terrific solution for blade storage and organization. Thank you so much for sending along to the channel this morning and sharing with all the viewers. Really, really do appreciate that. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. Send that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And if I use your shaving tip here on the Viewer Morning Shaving Tips segment of the Monday Morning Mailbag, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. So David, thanks again for a terrific shaving tip. Really do appreciate it. Oh, wanted to share this with you also. This came from Tim Whitcup. And he wrote, another year. Hey, Mark, can you believe it's been 5 years? It seems like yesterday I submitted that shave tip. This has been hanging on my wall all these years, and I'm proud to have it. Congratulations for all your success and continuing to put out great content. You deserve it. Sincerely, Tim Whitcup. Well, Tim, thank you so much. I'm honored that you're displaying George there in your shave den. Thank you very, very much. I am honored. I'm flattered. And 5 years. Wow. Wow. My goodness. I so look forward to, recording and editing the Monday Morning Mailbag. And 5 years like that. Where did the time go? Where did the time go? That's amazing. And I guess that's why whenever I do a shaving tip sketch, with George on it, I always made a point to put the date on it. So everybody knows when they receive theirs for what episode of the Monday Morning Mailbag. And I'm so glad I have the date there on yours because we know it's been 5 years. Wow. Tim, thank you very, very much. I'm honored. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so, so very much. Okay, it's time for a shave den visit.
Grab your favorite shave soap, whip it up, rich and creamy, fill your cup, boom, lather. Hot towel ready, face feels prime, a classic shave, so smooth, so fine. 30 degrees, a light touch, let the razor do the work, no need to rush. Shave like a pro, close and neat. A shave so smooth it can't be beat. Slap on your favorite splash, feel that glow. Shave complete, now you're ready to go. Oh, boom, shave complete, you're ready to go.
Well, this morning's shave den visit comes from James Gazda, Jim from Northfield. And he writes, hey, Mark, I thought I would share photos of these wartime razor sets. Now, the reason why we're showing these is because this Saturday is the 82nd anniversary of D-Day. That's right, June 6, 1944. 82 years already. So this was very fitting to show these historic military razors. Jim, thank you very much for sending this in. Let's start over. Hey, Mark, I thought I would share photos of these wartime razor sets. The top photo are razor sets from World War I. The one on the left is an auto strop and the other is a gem. The second photo shows sets also from World War I. The one on the left is a rare Navy set, while the other is from the Army. These were all military issued. The bottom photo shows sets from the World War II era. Top left is a shave brush like they used. Next to that is a Gillette Contract Tech with a camouflage blade box. Bottom left is actual unused soap the soldiers carried to shave, bathe, and clean their mess kits. Last is a Simplex military razor unused. In World War II, the soldiers weren't necessarily issued the razors. They were available to purchase from the supply surplus stores before deployment. I wanted to show these items in honor of our brave men that serve to protect the freedoms we enjoy today. Now, he sent this on Memorial Day last week. Jim, thanks again very, very much. He continues here. We all owe our sincere gratitude to all those who have and are serving in the military. God bless them all. Thanks, and have a great weekend. And that's from Jim from Northfield. Jim, thank you again very, very much. I did a little digging, and here's what I learned about the Simplex military razor. A Simplex military razor is a World War II era 3-piece safety razor made primarily of plastic with a metal cap, manufactured by the Federal Razor Blade Company of New York. It was produced roughly between 1942 and 1944. A Simplex military razor is a lightweight, utilitarian field razor designed to meet wartime material restrictions. It typically includes a metal cap, the only metal component, plastic base plate, plastic handle, often marked Simplex 7, plastic case, and sometimes a small pack of Simplex double-edged blades. During World War II, brass and steel were heavily rationed for weapons and machinery. The Quartermaster Corps needed a razor that could be mass-produced with minimal metal. The Simplex design met that requirement, allowing millions of soldiers to shave in the field while conserving strategic materials. Wow, how about that? Never heard of the Simplex razor at all. Jim, thank you so much for sharing that with all the viewers out there. And again, this comes at a really noteworthy time in that this week is the 82nd anniversary of D-Day. Jim, thanks again very, very much for a terrific Shave Den visit and a great piece of military razor and shaving history. Really do appreciate it. Well, here's your reminder to check out shavesplash.com. This is a website that was created by viewer Lee Meyer. If you happen to have a shave soap, but you don't have an aftershave splash for it, well, shavesplash.com is a scent matching website. So you'll be able to find a complimentary aftershave scent that will go with that shaving soap. Really terrific. And they also have some great articles and features up there. So check it out. We'll have the link below, shavesplash.com, from viewer Lee Meyer. Well, the channel now has auto dub technology courtesy of Google and YouTube. And as the name suggests, it will automatically translate this audio from English into Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. Pretty amazing. Simply click on the gear in the lower right of the video screen. A menu will pop up, and there you can select the language that you wish to hear the audio in: Italian, German, Portuguese, Spanish, or French. It translates it from English to any of those languages in real time, on the fly. Pretty amazing. Auto dub. Check it out. Well, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. Simply get up to your favorite streaming service and search for Monday Morning Mailbag and more, Monday Morning Mailbag and more, and the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast, as well as our other podcast, Second Cup, will come right up. Both of those podcasts are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and now iHeartRadio. Well, we wanted to remind you of a couple things going on way down Texas way. First up, get over to Barry Bedford's YouTube channel called A Texan Shaves, because Blizzard Battles 2026 Artisan Challenge will begin the first week of June. Again, that's on A Texan Shaves YouTube channel. That's Barry's YouTube channel. So get ready for some menthol shave soap showdowns going on up there. That promises to be a lot of fun. We talked about it in detail last week on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So check out last week's show if you want to know all about it in detail. But just wanted to give you a reminder that Blizzard Battles 2026 Artisan Challenge on a Texan Shaves YouTube channel starts the first week of June. Mark your calendar, subscribe to his channel. Also that week is the Great Texas Wet Shavers Meetup. We're going to put information on the screen for you. It's hosted by Doug Embry and Barry Bedford. This is their third meetup, and they now have a home for the meetup. It's being held June 6th at the fabulous Kalahari Resort in Round Rock, Texas, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Free admission. They currently have 18 vendors that are going to be there, a 16-foot pith table, and it's looking like they might have more giveaways than attendees. Barry says, I think this will be the largest meetup this year. And yeah, it looks like a good one. They got a Facebook page up there, a Texas Wet Shavers Meetup Facebook page. Check that out. And you can also get up to Barry's channel and drop him a note at a Texan Shaves if you want more information. So a couple of great things happening way down Texas way. Blizzard Battles 2026 and the Great Texas Wet Shavers Meetup. Well, Canadian viewer David Dart sent along this heads up regarding the next GTA meetup, the Greater Toronto Area Meetup. And David writes, Mark, good evening. I just came across this information about the next GTA meetup. I thought you might like to mention it in an upcoming 3MB for your Canadian viewers. Absolutely, more than happy to do that. We also came across information on Facebook that was posted by Carlos Medeiros. Carlos, I hope I pronounced your last name correctly. And Carlos writes in his post, it's that time again for the GTA meetup, June 13th, 2026 at 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. And this one's gonna be huge. We have a bunch of artisans and vendors that are attending. Sponsored by the Razor Company, there will be t-shirts given away. The vendors and artisans attending are as follows: the Razor Company, Razor Emporium, Aylesworth Razors, First Canadian Shave, Educated Beards, Ritual Shaving, Spot Prints, and more. A bunch of your fave wet shavers and live Instagram show hosts Sloppy Badger, Vintage Head Shaver, and Canadian Mafia Show. There will also be a ton of giveaways that are sponsored by the artisans and vendors. There will also be a huge pay it forward table with tons of goodies. It will be held at the same location as last year, Fiona McCool's on Highway 7 in Vaughan, Ontario. We're going to link to this Facebook post so you can get more information and maybe contact Carlos if you have any questions, that sort of thing. But a big thank you to David Dart for the heads up on the GTA meetup taking place in Vaughan, Ontario on June 13th, 2026 from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at Fiona McCool's, Highway 7, Vaughan, Ontario. David, thanks again for the heads up. Carlos, thanks very much for a terrific Facebook post outlining the entire event. Gentlemen, thank you so much for allowing me to share this event with all the viewers and especially all the Canadian viewers out there. Really do appreciate it. Well, this morning we've got a couple of giveaway updates for you. As you may recall, on May 19th, 2026, we selected our winner in the Artisan and Engineer giveaway, and that winner was Tim Morris, 7022. As of the time I'm recording this video, we have not yet heard from Tim Morris, 7022. The deadline to contact the channel and claim the prize is June 2nd, 2026. That's tomorrow. So Tim, if you're listening to this, please email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com. Send along your shipping address, and we will be more than happy to send that prize package to you. You're the winner of the Artisan and Engineer giveaway. Tim Morris, 7022. Hope to hear from you soon. Now, if Tim doesn't contact the channel, it'll be forfeit, and we will select a new winner. Now, I am going to give a few days grace period because I realize, life happens and people sometimes can't get online or their schedule changes or whatever. I understand that. But we'll give you an update as to how things will be proceeding on the next Monday Morning Mailbag if for some reason we don't hear from Tim Morris, 7022, and we'll let you know if he he contacted us in the 11th hour and claimed the prize, or what exactly is going on. And if for some reason we don't hear from him, next Monday morning mailbag, we'll give you an update on how we're going to proceed in possibly selecting a new winner, that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Tim Morris, 7022, please email me at mondaymailbag@gmail.com to claim your prize package. You're the winner in the Artisan and Engineer giveaway. Deadline's tomorrow, June 2nd, 2026. Give or take a few days here. We understand. And also, we've got another giveaway going on. It's a Summer of Vintage Gillette Shaving. We'll have a link below to that video where you can comment and enter. Boy, oh boy, that's a terrific giveaway, being sponsored by EZD, also known as Mr. Anonymous. It's terrific. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel, like that video, leave a comment below that video, have a deliverable mailing address. We're giving away four beautiful vintage Gillette razors, courtesy of EZD, Mr. Anonymous. So check that out. The deadline to enter that one is June 9th, 2026. And that's also the day we will be selecting a winner. So make sure to get up there and enter, comment, like, share, do all that great stuff. Really, there's going to be 4 winners for 4 beautiful vintage Gillette razors. So again, hope to hear from Tim Morris, and make sure to enter a Summer of Vintage Gillette Shaving. Good luck to everyone. Well, what do you know? Coffee's getting low. That time of the show. Let's go back for a refill. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. Hang on. Let me get another sip here. Oh, that's good and hot. Hang on. One more. That's good. That's right. Yeah. Once again, from Costco, Kirkland Summit Roast. Let's get that focused up there. There you go. Organic medium roast coffee. Boy, that's a good one. Yeah, like it a lot. Very flavorful. Got a nice, bold, but not overly bold kind of flavor. And we're also using our official coffee coaster from soapspoon.com and Andy Kaiser. Andy, thank you again very, very much. Picked this up at the Maggard Meetup. And boy, this is a terrific coaster. And check out soapspoon.com, a really, really great device for your shaved end. Check that out. Thanks again, Andy. Really do appreciate that. And again, I'm enjoying a great cup of coffee this morning. But what about the coffee you're drinking? Is it healthy? Well, check out Mantic59's website, The Black Coffee Life, where he discusses all the health benefits of drinking black coffee. And also check out the Lockhorns. Someday we'll look back on this and quickly change the subject. A terrific hardcover collection of wonderful Lockhorns cartoons. And we're in June, but you know what? Still plenty of year left to take advantage of the Lockhorns 2026 Laugh-A-Day calendar. Each day gives you a wonderful, hilarious, and humorous Lockhorns panel cartoon. So check that out. And both of those by my good friends Bunny Host and John Reiner. And we'll have the Amazon links below. Hang on, let me get another sip here. Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, let's get to some of these refill comments. We got some really, really good comments this week. This comes from John's Pipe Journey. Hi, Mark. Great 3MB as usual. I am so pleased that my tip about loading blades into razors that have round posts and exposed blade tabs has made a positive difference to some of your viewers. That was such an epiphany when I realized that I was misaligning the blade while tightening the razor. I just want to also re-emphasize that this is applicable to all razors that have round posts and exposed blade tabs, not just the Rockwell 6S and 6C. Thanks again for all the effort that you put forth in creating your wonderful show. It makes Mondays a day that I always look forward to. All the best. And that's from John's Pipe Journey, also known as John Newton, who sent along a terrific shaving tip regarding blade alignment with the Rockwell 6S and 6C. Check out, I think it was 2 weeks ago, either last week's show or the week before. No, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Check that video out. and just go over to shaving tip, and it'll come right up. So, John, thank you very, very much for the kind words, and thanks also for the clarification. This comes from Bill Murphy. Great show again, Mark. Still playing with and having fun with Chat GPT. The tip from Glory on High is how I load my blades. It seems safer to me. First, I put a washcloth down on the countertop as to not scratch the razor head. I just need to be careful because sometimes the washcloth will get caught on the razor. Have a wonderful Memorial Day and week. Bill, thanks very, very much. Bill left this comment on last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, which was the Memorial Day edition of the Monday Morning Mailbag. And this is something else that comes into play with John's shaving tip on how to load a razor blade in the Rockwell 6S and 6C, or a razor with posts and exposed blade tabs, that sort of thing. And Bill, that's a good one. Put a washcloth down so you don't scratch that cap if you're going to set it on the counter. Well, check out that shaving tip from about, I think it was 2 weeks ago. Check that out and you'll see what we're talking about. Bill, hey, thanks again for that very, very helpful additional tip. Really do appreciate that. Larry Shaves checked in. I love the AI inserts. They are great. Looks like you're learning about Chat GPT. Hey, Larry, thanks very, very much. Yeah, a lot of those inserts, the artwork, have been created using AI. I'm not using Chat GPT a lot. I have used it, but the one that I like is Microsoft Copilot because it's right there on my taskbar. It's kind of integrated with Windows, so to speak. I also use the Edge browser. I prefer that a little more than Google because it has some tools that I find to be very, very helpful. And Copilot is also integrated into that browser. So it's just a matter of convenience. Now, I should try ChatGPT a little more and become a little more familiar with its routines and that sort of thing. But the one thing I have noticed about Copilot is that because I've asked it a lot of different questions and created some other art, and it helps me with my shopping and some other tasks, it has really gotten to know me. And I think that's the difference right now. Copilot seems to know me and my habits and my routines and that sort of thing, whereas ChatGPT, I haven't used it that much. So I have to start using ChatGPT a little more so it becomes familiar with me. So I'll get some responses equivalent to what I'm getting from Copilot. I like Copilot a lot. If you haven't used Copilot, folks, give it a try, especially if you have a Windows machine. It's right there in the Edge browser, and it's also on the taskbar. At least it was for me in Windows 11. So I really do enjoy using it a lot. And it's pretty amazing stuff. It really is. And one of the great things is it helps create some of this art just by typing and prompt and that sort of thing. So I'm going to be experimenting with it more. Really do enjoy it. Larry, thanks again for that. Really do appreciate that. Jason NYC 2006 checked in. Mark, as usual, another great 3MB. I'll try to reknot another handle and videotape it. Happy Memorial Day from the Miller family. God bless you. Hey, Jason, that's great. Looking forward to that because Jason talked about inserting a knot using a method with tape of some kind, double stick tape or some kind of tape. So really looking forward to that so that all the viewers can see that method of affixing the knot into a handle. And please take your time. There's no hurry, but really looking forward to seeing that. Thank you very, very much, Jason. Really, really do appreciate that. This comes from RJ Wright W30. Good 3MB. Even though I have a full-blown coffee shop, I still love making coffee with my Moka Pot. If you like good, strong coffee, you gotta get one. That's true. Mine is a Primula 2, and you can get them for like $10 at any TJ Maxx. One tip on care: never, ever clean them with dish soap. Not ever. Just a good hot water rinse and gentle sponge wipe. Pull the gaskets out once in a while and give them a wipe too. Hey, RJ, thanks very, very much for the care and maintenance tips on the Primula, Moka Pot, and others out there that are made from aluminum. I'm assuming it's the aluminum models you're talking about, but I'm going to have to remember that because I have used dish soap on mine, so I'm going to have to refrain from doing that. And you're right. It makes a bold cup of coffee, no doubt about it. I really enjoy using mine. It's terrific. I got mine from my niece, Kelly. And $10 at any TJ Maxx, that's a steal. That really, really is. So, folks, if you're looking for a Primula, Moka Pot, or similar brand, I guess, check out TJ Maxx. $10 will get you one of those. RJ Wright, RW30. Hey, thanks very, very much for that. Really, really do appreciate that. This comes from Rob Miller, 54. Morning, Mark. I have never tried the cool towel press, but I always do a few cold water splashes. After the alum, it feels great. I'm trying your suggestion next shave. Yeah, let us know how that works out. Last week we had a shaving tip, cool towel press. This is something I came across on the internet, and it looks like it's a good routine. I've used it for one shave, and I enjoyed it. I really, really did. So check out last week's Monday Morning Mailbag for that shaving tip and how it works into your post-shave routine, and give it a go. Rob, let us know how it works for you. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Kaiser Soze. Kaiser Soze, 1537. That's a reference to The Usual Suspects, a movie. If you have not seen it, I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You have to see it, okay? The Usual Suspects. And just remember, Kaiser Soze, okay? Just remember that. I'm not going to say rated R, okay? Language, violence, that sort of thing. But I'm not saying anything else. Kaiser Soze. All right. Okay, so this comes from Kaiser Soze, 1537. No kidding, love or hate, you know Yope when the scent hits. It's unmistakable. This is in regards to the Phoenix Shaving release of Coop, a dupe. And Yope is spelled J-O-O-P, kind of a visual play on words. It's pronounced Yope. Well, here it looks like Jupe. But check out that review that ran last week and also our introduction to it in last week's Monday Morning Mailbag. It's an unmistakable scent. No doubt about it. So Kaiser Soze, thanks very much for that. I really do appreciate it. Hey, Beth Jones checked in. Good morning, Mark. Great 3MB. I miss Mark Bagwell's commentary. Have a nice rest of the week and Memorial Day. Yeah, boy, we mentioned Mark Bagwell in last week's show, maybe the week before, maybe both shows, but I sure do miss talking to Mark, and I miss all the wonderful contributions he gave to the channel. A real gentleman, a wonderful fellow wet shaver, and I sure do miss him. I really, really do. And whenever I was working on a review, either editing it or editing the Monday Morning Mailbag or putting together show notes, something like that, inevitably my phone would light up and there would be Mark Bagwell, and we would have these great conversations that would go on for hours. And I learned so much from him. Yeah, I miss him too, Beth. I really, really do. So, boy, he was just a wonderful friend, a great fellow wet shaver, a terrific gentleman. And I don't think you could offend him in any way, shape, or form. He was just such a gentle soul, just a wonderful, wonderful guy. Sure do miss him. Yeah, Beth, thanks so much for that kind comment and remembering Mark Bagwell. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Roger Stanley, 7948. Hey, Mark. I'm tuning in 22 hours late, but wanted to assure you that I made it by for the 3MB. Along with lots of good coffee, your show is always loaded with the latest information in wet shaving and turns Monday into one of the best days of the week for me. Thank you for the mention earlier, up over, and your own Shave Den chill towel tip. May this week bring some great weather, plus many smiles and good shaves for you. And that's Roger from up over in Canada. Roger, thanks so much for the kind words and best wishes. I really do appreciate that. And I sure am hoping that your little saying there, your little label of up over for Canada really catches on and goes worldwide. Just like down under is to Australia, I sure hope up over becomes synonymous with Canada. I think it's terrific. I really do. That would be really, really great to see. So, Roger, thanks so much for checking in from up over. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Glory on High 777. I really like that cool towel shave tip. I eventually want to invest in a towel steamer for my pre-shave routine. Boy, hot towel cabinets are great. The channel received one very generously from viewer Jamie Horn. Jamie, thank you again. It was definitely a game changer for my shaves. It's wonderful. It really is. I don't always get a chance to use it on camera because I want to move the video along. But boy, oh boy, that really is terrific, especially when the days start to cool down and summer is kind of exiting and those cool fall evenings start rolling in, coming up towards winter. Boy, oh boy, those cooler mornings. Boy, that hot towel cabinet really comes in handy. It's terrific. And you know what? We'll have a link below where Amazon has a wide variety of hot towel cabinets listed, so you can check those out. But yeah, it's terrific. They come in a lot of different sizes and a lot of different price points. Yeah, I think you'll find one that will fit your shaved in and your routine. They really are terrific. Jamie, thanks again very, very much. And Glory on High 777, let us know when you get one in your shaved in and send in a review. Really would appreciate that. This comes from Ken Williams, 2219. Wonderful show as always, Mark. I do a pour over coffee about 4 times a week and a mocha the rest. Love both styles. Thanks for the video. Ken, thank you very, very much for that. Moka Pot is a really great coffee and pour over. That's not coffee press, is it? We've got a coffee press that Rodney Ripplinger sent to the channel, and I got to use that one again. That's a fun way to make coffee as well, and makes a terrific cup of coffee. But can you let us know what pour over coffee is? It sounds so familiar. I'm having a little bit of a brain hiccup. Maybe even send a video or explain it, that sort of thing, and we'll share it with all the viewers. Thanks very much for that, Ken Williams. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Rod Sloan, 706, from Australia, from Melbourne, Australia, but down under they say Melbourne, Australia. So Rod writes, Melbourne, morning, Mark. Great 3MB again. Short and sweet. Your shaving tip, brilliant. Done. Works a treat. There's the routine from now on. Winter slowly approaching down here. Sure, it can be bitterly cold, but nothing like what you get stateside. Have a great week, Mark, and take care. By the way, yesterday's shave, I used Phoenix Shaving's Doppelganger Tricolor. The lather, my goodness. The scent from the splash, so good and long lasting. Hey, Rod, thanks very much for checking in and letting us know how great Phoenix Shaving lathers for you and the great shaves you're getting. And yeah, I apologize for sometimes forgetting that change in seasons from Northern Hemisphere to Southern Hemisphere, that sort of thing. But I'll take your winter over what we have in Northeast Ohio any day of the week. Yeah, I think I probably could vacation when you're having winter down there. I think it'll be very agreeable to me because up here we have bitterly cold, snowy winter sometimes. But when that El Nino kind of kicks in out there in the Pacific and that jet stream changes, we have some nice mild winters. So, hey, happy upcoming winter to you and everyone down under. And thanks so much for checking in. Really do appreciate that, Rod. JimiV Photography checked in. All my shaves are ice cold. After the actual shaving, these are my finishing steps. Drain sink of soapy water and refill with cold water. Splash some cold water on my face, soak a washcloth, lightly wring, and slap on face. Jimmy, it looks like you're ahead of the curve when it comes to this cool towel press. He continues here, I rub it around to clean up any lather left from the face dip. Put the cloth back in the cold water to get the soap out. Then repeat the application of the cold, wet washcloth. Dip alum in the cold water and apply. Let the alum sit on the face while I clean up bowl and brush. Use the cold washcloth to remove the alum. Pat dry face with face towel. Apply witch hazel. While the witch hazel is soaking in, clean and dry razor. Then apply splash. Apply balm or Mysterium serum. I'm not sure of the tape Jason is using. It might be nanotape. Now, this is regarding that tape, seating a knot with tape that Jason talked about. If you haven't checked that type of tape out, you really need to. It's an amazing double-sided tape. I'm looking forward to Jason's more detailed tip. And then he finishes up with goofle. Yeah, with a smiley. That was last week's last laugh. Check that out if you missed it. The last laugh. But Jimmy, thanks so much for sharing this routine with everyone. This is great. And again, as I say, it sounds like you're ahead of the curve when it comes to the cool towel press shaving tip that we shared with everyone last week. So thanks very, very much for sending that along. Really, really do appreciate it. Hey, this comes from Nate Jackson, 2633. I believe this is Nate Jackson from up there in Michigan. Nate, thanks so much for checking in. Really do appreciate it. And Nate writes, "Hi, Mark. Just wondering if you happen to know what's the difference between a moka pot and a percolator. Besides the difference in looks, they seem to work on the same principle. Anyway, another nice 3MB. Hey, Nate, I really don't know technically what the difference is between the two, between the moka pot and the percolator. You're absolutely correct. They appear to work on the same principle, but I don't know what the technical difference is between the two of them. Now, I'm going to put it to the viewer out there. I know there are viewers out there who absolutely know what the difference is technically, and maybe even the history of each one of these coffee pots, the percolator and the moka pot. So I'll put it to all the viewers out there. Does anyone know what the difference is between a moka pot and a percolator? Please comment below and let us know, or email us at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll share with all the viewers out there. A great topic of discussion, Nate. Thanks very, very much. And that wraps up this week's refill segment. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. Well, here's another great shave soap and splash from the Cajun Blade, Dude of Oud, and boy is this a great, great scent. We have the Gentleman's Set that we picked up at the Maggard Meetup from the Cajun Blade and Eric Abear, the artisan of the Cajun Blade, artisan and owner of the Cajun Blade. And here it is right here. Terrific travel size that meets TSA guidelines, and also great space saving if you got a little tight space there in your shave den at home. So great for travel and great space saving for your shave den. But the big highlight here is the scent. I mean, this is marvelous. This really is great. I love it. It's masculine. It's gentlemanly. It has a really nice, bold, dark refinement to it. Oh, this is a good one. I'm really looking forward to shaving with this one. Here's what they have to say about Dude of Oud on their product page. Dude of Oud is dark, bold, and unapologetically oud forward. The name comes from my buddy, Wesley the Dude of Oud Carroll, a man who knows his way around a heavy oud and doesn't want it watered down or dressed up. This one follows that same line. Dude of Oud is dark, bold, and unapologetically oud forward. This is not a soft oud. It's not sweet, and it's not toned down. Built around deep oud wood, smoke, and resin, this scent is anchored by dry cedar and patchouli. Frankincense and myrrh bring in that dark incense character, while a touch of spice and citrus up top gives just enough lift before it drops off into the base. And that base is where it lives. Woods, amber, musk, and leather. Thick, dark, and grounded. It's rugged, smoky, a little primal, and it wears like it. Here are the scent notes. Top notes are mandarin, pink pepper, orange blossom, and ozone. Heart notes are smoke, juniper, clove, and Spanish moss. And the base notes are oud, cedar, patchouli, sandalwood, amber, Nubian musk, tonka, and leather. Boy, oh boy, this really is a marvelous, marvelous scent. I like this so much, I'm going to get the 5-ounce tub. Yeah, this is great. Oh, man, I'm really looking forward to shaving with this one, and we'll definitely get a review done on it. Dude of Oud from the Cajun Blade. It was great meeting Eric Abear there at the Maggard Meetup, where he had these great gentleman sets there. And we're going to share another one with you down the road. But for now, Dude of Oud, check this one out. It really is terrific. Whether you get the gentleman set or the full-size tub, boy, oh boy, you're going to love this scent. I'm really, really looking forward to shaving with this one and doing a review on it. From the Cajun Blade, Dude of Oud, give it a look. Well, we have a new razor in the shave den, courtesy of viewer Aaron Watson. It's another Artist Club razor. Aaron very kindly sent along a couple of Artist Club razors. This week, we're showing you this one that Aaron sent to the channel. Check that out, okay? This is one that he picked up off of the PIF table at the Ohio Wet Shavers Meetup last year. And he was told, I don't know by who, that this was a DS Cosmetics Artist Club razor. Now, I did some searching online, and I haven't found a DS Cosmetic razor that matches this one. So I'm not so sure if it's a DS Cosmetics Artist Club razor. I'm not sure what brand it is, to be perfectly honest with you. But Aaron tells me that it's a nice, mild shaver and would make a great travel razor. I don't doubt that. It looks like, it just has the appearance that it could be mild. It just has a great look to it. I really like the look of it. Really, really terrific. And it is an aluminum razor. Now, here are some comments that some of the viewers sent along after we did a review of the Yaki Romulus Artist Club razor that Aaron also very, very kindly and generously sent to the channel. And Charles Price said this: Mark, try a Feather Pro Guard blade. They are great. The professional blades can be harsh, and I used a professional blade for the shave with the Yaki Romulus. And I did pick up some Artist Club Pro Guard blades right there. So we have the Pro Guard blade, and we'll be using the Pro Guard blade in this Artist Club razor that Aaron very kindly and generously sent to the channel, and we'll be doing a shave with this. But I wanted to share with you some other comments that Wet Shavers had regarding the shave I had with the Yaki Romulus. And Valley Shaver John 2821 wrote, "Morning, Mark. I used my Blackland Vector Titanium SE razor this morning using a Feather Pro Guard blade, first use. The soap was Razor Emporium Heritage in my stainless steel Henson shave bowl. The brush was a Razor Emporium synthetic. I used my Standby Brute as the aftershave splash. I got a BBS shave. I go back and forth from DE to SE razors quite often and don't experience the difficulty that you seem to have had. You seem to overthink the shave instead of letting your muscle memory take over. Maybe a more user-friendly blade choice would be the answer. This razor seems to be a less expensive option offered by Yaki." That's the Romulus that he's talking about here. "It was not available when I purchased my Vector." Valley Shaver John. John, thank you so much. I think you're correct. I think I overthought the shave, and I think the blade choice may have been have a little too much growl for me, which is why we went ahead and got the Pro Guard. And you used the Pro Guard, and you got a great shave. So that's what we're going to use going forward in this particular Artist Club razor. Not sure of the brand, if anyone knows the brand. And we're also going to use it in the Yaki Romulus. So we'll report back when we have shaves with each of these with the Pro Guard blade. Valley Shaver John, thank you very, very much. This comes from Brian's Eighth Night, and he writes, "Mark, that was a great shave. The razor is very sleek." This is the Romulus he was talking about. "You may want to try milder blades like the Kai Pinks, Captain Titan Mild, or the Kai Captain Pro Touch MG guarded blade. Those are other blade recommendations that we're definitely going to look into. For now, we have the Pro Guard Artist Club blade. So that's what we're going to use going forward in each of these razors here, and really looking forward to doing shaves with these. Now, again, the Yaki Romulus, really, really terrific razor, and looking forward to using the Pro Guard blade in this one. But this Artist Club razor, again, Aaron describes it as being a nice, mild shaver, great for travel, and we're looking forward to shaving with this. Now, I'll give you another look at it. If you know what it is, the brand name, please comment below and let us know. Kind of a mystery razor this week. You know, it's not DS Cosmetic as far as I know, because I can't find this razor style on their website at all or on AliExpress. So if anyone knows what razor this is, please comment below and let us know. Again, a big, big thank you to Aaron Watson for very kindly sending along these Artist Club razors. And a big thank you to Brian's Eighth Night, Valley Shaver John, and Charles Price on the blade recommendations and all the tips and tricks to improve my shave with these Artist Club SE razors. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. And a big, big thank you to Aaron Watson for very kindly and generously sending these razors along to the channel, allowing me to share them with all the viewers. Aaron, thanks again very, very much. Now, as you may recall, at the Maggard Meetup this past year, viewer David Lair very kindly and generously presented the channel with this beautiful, handmade, artisan-made, spalted maple shave brush handle from his Indie Brushworks store. We're going to link Indie Brushworks below. You can check out his Etsy storefront. But an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous shave brush handle. Check that out. Spalted maple. And when we were at Maggard's, we were searching for the ultimate wonderful knot for this handle, and we came across this beautiful brown synthetic knot that Brad Maggard, as a matter of fact, selected and suggested, and it just paired up with it so beautifully. Now, in looking for this brush knot, there were some other brush knots that we considered, and we also purchased. I want to share one of them with you this week. This is a terrific, terrific brush knot. This is the 26 millimeter Timberwolf synthetic knot from Maggard's. Check that out, okay? And here's what it looks like right here. Check this out. This is beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? That is really, really terrific. Here's some information on it. This is the Maggard Razors shaving brush knot, 26 millimeter Timberwolf gray synthetic shave brush knot. The Maggard Razors 26 millimeter Timberwolf gray synthetic knot is one of the most popular modern synthetics for a reason. It delivers a superb balance of backbone and softness, giving you that gentle cloud-like face feel while still having enough spring to load hard soaps with ease. The fibers mimic the look of a high-end natural knot, but with all the advantages of modern synthetics: fast drying, zero maintenance, and consistent performance. This knot blooms beautifully once set, creating a dense, luxurious lather with minimal effort. Whether you're building lather in a bowl or going straight to the face, the Timberwolf fiber excels at generating a rich, creamy cushion. It's also an excellent choice for artisan brush makers because the 26 millimeter size fits a wide range of handle designs and offers a substantial premium feel without being oversized. If you're looking for a dependable, high-performance synthetic knot that punches well above its price point, the Timberwolf is absolutely one to keep on your radar. Yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous looking brush knot. It is wonderfully soft, and yeah, it has some very, very good backbone for those hard soaps, for loading hard soaps. So give it a look. And again, a great price point for Maggard Razors, the Timberwolf 26 millimeter synthetic knot. We'll have a link to Maggard Razors where you can check out this knot and everything that they have to offer up there. 26 millimeter Timberwolf synthetic knot. I'll take a look at it right here. Give it a look. And that wraps up this week's look at new wet shaving gear. My thanks to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some of these questions and comments. Well, in the Shave Den segment of last week's Monday Morning Mailbag, viewer Bruno from Brazil shared with everyone this Soviet Union Russian safety razor, an adjustable safety razor that he acquired for his Shave Den. And it looks a lot like a Gillette Black Beauty, a Gillette adjustable razor. If you missed it, check it out from last week. And we happened to ask viewers last week if you happen to have a Russian razor, a razor made from the 1970s, 1980s, during the Soviet Union years, that sort of thing. If you happen to have one of those razors, please, send along photos or video and share it with all the viewers out there. And we heard from Lucas Leland from Warsaw, Poland. And he sent along this photo and he writes, "Hi, Mark. Here's an adjustable razor of Soviet Union production named Consul, Konsul. I paired it with another Consul for my collection from Rex Supply Company. Best regards from Warsaw, Poland," and that's Lucas Leland. Lucas, thanks so much for sending that along. That is really, really neat. And again, really looks like a Gillette razor, doesn't it? Yeah. So again, folks, if you have any of these Russian razors from the 1970s, 1980s, or whenever that are in good shape and you're using them in your shave routine, they're part of your collection, please send them along and we'll share them with all the viewers out there. Lucas, all the way from Warsaw, Poland, thanks again very, very much. We received this email from viewer David Dart, and he writes, "Mark, good evening. I'm watching a TV show called 1923 on Netflix. In it, Harrison Ford, one of the main characters, has a shave while talking to his wife. She commented that soon they will make razors for women. I found it quite interesting. Not sure what DE razor he's using. It appears to have a white handle on it. Maybe someone knows and can weigh in on that. Anyway, have a great night." Hey, David, thanks very, very much for this. 1923 is a prequel to the Yellowstone television series. Now, I haven't watched Yellowstone. I've only seen bits and pieces of it, but I started watching 1923 because I have Paramount Plus as part of Walmart Plus, and it's a pretty good show. But I watched the first 3 episodes, and this particular scene happens in season 1, episode 3. And it really is kind of neat watching Harrison Ford shave with this safety razor. My first guess would be that it's a Mula, maybe a Mula R89, or it very well could be a period piece from 1923, the year 1923. I'm really curious about that. It really is kind of a neat show because it's set in 1923 and a lot of the scenery and material and artifacts and other things that they use in the show, throw back to 1920s, 1923. So that's really kind of neat. And I'm thinking maybe the razor is an antique razor, a vintage razor from 1923 or thereabouts. That would really be neat to find out exactly what razor he's using. And if anyone knows, please comment below, or if you maybe can discern from the photo that we showed you here, that would be wonderful to find out what razor Harrison Ford is using in that scene. David, thanks again very, very much. Viewer JimiV checked in, and as you may know, he's trying out the Treet Platinum razor blade in various razors in his shave den, and he writes, "Continuing the Treet Platinum tour through different razors. The final 2 were the Rex Ambassador and the Yates Winning Titanium. First up was the Rex Ambassador. As most wet shavers know, the Ambassador can go from pleasant Sunday shave to chainsaw with a handle real quick once you start cranking up the dial. Most folks seem to settle in around setting 3. Naturally, I started the first pass wide open on 6. Definitely one of those use a light touch and let the razor do the work kind of shaves. This was the blade's second use, and honestly, the first pass with the grain was outstanding. It mowed down a 3-day beard with no effort, but somehow still stayed forgiving. That's impressive in a Rex. For the across the grain passes, I backed it down to 4. Now, for some people, that's still entering here be dragons territory, especially with blades like a Feather or Nasset. The Treet Platinum, though, different personality entirely. Yes, there's blade feel. It's a Rex ambassador. There's always blade feel. But the razor's trademark growl never turned into a bite. Soap for the shave was Ginger's Garden Octavia Noir, and wow, what a scent. Rich, smooth, classy, and the performance is just ridiculous. Ginger's Garden soaps have that combo of immediate slickness and residual slickness that makes buffing and cleanup passes effortless. If you've never tried Ginger's Garden, you're missing out. And her balms, absolute bee's knees. Seriously, guys, she can custom make any scent for any type product for you. Soap, splash, balm, shampoo, name it. After 4 passes with this face plane, the alum block gave a little feedback, but more of a polite, yep, you shaved. No zingers, no nicks, no blood sacrifice to the shave gods. Jimmy, that's great. Next shave was a 2-day growth using the Yates winning titanium with a fresh Treet Platinum. Again, paired with Ginger's Garden Octavia Noir soap and balm because why mess with success? The Yates winning TI reminds me of a more aggressive Henson. I own the Henson Medium Titanium, and the Yates definitely has a bit more blade feel and efficiency, but without crossing into harsh territory. Just enough personality to remind you you're actually shaving. I tell you what, titanium razors just glide. The lighter weight makes the razor feel almost effortless in hand. 4 passes later, cold water rinse, alum block, absolutely zero feedback. The alum felt like rubbing an ice cube on my face. Another glass smooth BBS shave from the Treet Platinum. Like all things wet shaving, your mileage may vary, but for sure, these blades are worth a shot. Jimmy, thanks again for 2 great reviews and tours of the Treet Platinum and 2 really outstanding razors. There you go, folks. Give the Treet Platinum razor blade a try in your favorite razor, in your shave den. Jimmy, thanks again very, very much. Well, earlier in the show, we were talking about mocha pots for brewing coffee, and viewer Abene Samant sent along this follow-up, and he writes, "Hi, Mark. Just thought I would send you a few pictures of my Bialetti. It's exactly the same as yours. I use the large 12-cup mocha pot pretty much exclusively since there are several coffee drinkers in my family. So whenever I break it out, everybody seems to want a cup. Cheers, Abi." And that's from Abene Samant. Abi, thanks so much for sharing these pictures with everyone. I didn't realize they made a large 12-cup mocha pot. I thought they were all in the smaller size, as you're showing in the comparison there in that photo. And I do have the smaller size. I think that's a 3-cup mocha pot, and it makes a great cup of coffee. But I can understand everyone wanting a cup of coffee when you break out the 12-cup pot, because it does make a terrific, terrific cup of coffee. That's terrific. Abi, thanks very much for sharing that with all the viewers out there. I had no idea that a 12-cup mocha pot was available. Thanks very much for saying that along. Really do appreciate it. Folks, do you have a mocha pot in your kitchen? Is it 3-cup? Is it 12-cup? Whatever it is, please send along a photo or some video of it, and we'll share it with all the viewers out there. Abene, thanks again very, very much. Enjoy that 12-cup mocha pot, and that inspires me to break out my mocha pot and have a cup of coffee later this week, maybe the upcoming weekend. Abi, thanks again very, very much. And that wraps up another Monday Morning Mailbag. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark Zarate, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review in this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video, or try to find all the differences before time runs out. Thanks very much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. From the 3MB, where every shave tells a story, make it a great week.